Good evening, good afternoon. Welcome to FastPass the Fun. We're all sat here right now going, is it working? Is it not going to work? We just don't know. But yeah, it's not a Saturday. It is a car crash, but that's just the way things are. Anyway, welcome to Thursday. It is FastPass the Fun. We are your hosts for this evening, Gaz and the lovely Ange. Hopefully you know who we are, but we'll come to that in a minute. We are joined, co-host, by the person to our right. Is it right? I'm pointing left, but it's to our right. It's Carlos himself. I'll bring up the banners in a second. We can get to that in a second. That's ours, in case you didn't know.
I made Marcos while I was sitting here, so.
I was literally going to type it before we came on. I was like, oh, Carlos has done it. Wow.
Yeah.
Carlos's details here. I'm pretty sure you should know these by now because you're either on his channel or you're on Saturday Night Discussions. We're joined by the child himself, and no, we're not talking about Grogu. We are talking about Nathan. Nathan, have I got a banner for you?
You do. It's at the top. There we go. That's me. Hello, everyone.
Get in there. And also our special guest for this evening, the man himself, the great Marco.
Hi, everybody.
He is great. Just ask him. He'll tell you.
How great are you, Marco? On a scale of 1 to 10. On a scale of 1 to 10, how great are you?
I would say 10.5, maybe pushing 11.
So the magnificent, fantastic Marco is now the new name. Shall we get started, guys?
Good plan.
Let's do it.
Oh, wait a minute. Angie's already shouting at me. She's like, hit my leg and go, Gaz, take the banner down. We're not doing a Carlos.
Don't be a Carlos.
Oh, and now Nathan's pressing it, and it's all going crazy. But it's fine. Let's get started. Oh, the amount of times I ever got Carlos to do that in his own streams, and I nearly did it to myself.
Yep.
I don't know. Okay, if you don't already know by the title or the thumbnail, I mean, we still don't know if it's shows or entertainment.
Who knows?
I put them both together. So it's the best nighttime entertainment shows. That's what we're going with.
It's one or the other.
Yeah, basically, if it's something that's entertaining you and you look up in the sky and it's dark, that's pretty much what we're hoping to talk about over the next hour.
That's
Agreed?
the best way to put it.
Yeah.
If it's in the dark, does that mean Space Mountain is an nighttime entertainment show?
Well, Carlos, what do you think? Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. If you don't know what we're talking about, go back to last week and have a look at it because Carlos thinks, it's a long. I don't even know how to explain it, but anyway.
We could use the replay watch. So go back and watch.
Yeah, go back.
Yeah, go back.
Yeah, before we start saying hello to everyone in the chat, obviously I'm back at the wheel now, so we can just start with these. If you wouldn't mind taking a second to hit that like button, we would really appreciate it. I'll do a little bit better of a job than what Paul does, because Paul just goes, yeah, hit the like button. It genuinely does help. It helps us, it helps the man to the side, and it brings people who like this type of content and they go, oh, look at it, this looks new. And they click on that and then they see this man's lovely face here and go, oh, I need to stick around a little bit more.
Or they go, why do I want to subscribe to this?
No, Nathan, positive. They go, oh, I need to subscribe to this.
Wow. Why? Nathan.
Look at this. There's visuals. There's more than one person talking to me. Hi, by the way. Hi, people that are there. How are you doing? Shall we go to the comments?
Be my guest.
Yeah, right, okay. Nathan, can you do the comments for us?
It's not even my show. Hello, Wendy.
I'm sorry, you're not part of discussions? I could have
Hello, Carlos.
Hello,
me. Hello, King Dave. Hello, King Dave.
Hello, King Dave.
Hello, Heavens Forever. Hello, Philip. Hello, CNR Bloomers. Hello, Alex. Hello, Ian. Hello, Wendy Loohoo. Hello, Neil. Hello, the Stranger Couple. Hello, Andy and Cheryl. Hello, the great Marco. Hello, Paul. Hello, Christine. Hello, Stacy. And that's everyone. That's a lot easier than discussions.
Yeah, exactly. Usually we can be here for a while, but right now it's like, no. We have 37 people at the moment. So welcome in. Thank you very much. Hopefully you are looking forward to talking about this topic that we have this evening, which is... Oh, you haven't finished. Is there any more?
There's new ones coming in.
There's new ones coming in as and when we go in. Right, okay. Fair enough. So yeah, we're talking nighttime entertainment shows, and we're going to start by going to Carlos. Do you want to kick us off with what you'd like to say is your favorite?
My favorite? I don't know if I want to go to my favorite, but we are early, so I'm sure we're going to get around 3 times. I want to shock you guys with a couple of things because what do you consider entertainment? That's the first thing. Okay. And yes, nighttime means you look up, it is dark. It's inside Space Mountain or not. It is dark, and it is a better ride at night. Go back and watch last week.
Yeah, like I said last week.
Go back and watch last week. Listen, I think the greatest show in Disney World at night.
Sorry. We have Inside Space Mountain joining us tonight.
I mean, it's accurate. Can we hear it? Can we hear Space Mountain? Let's listen.
This is during the day.
Okay.
This is at night.
Yeah.
And this is what happened last week, and we didn't get far.
All right. Go on, Carlos.
Oh my God, Fantasmic at Hollywood Studios. The atmosphere with everybody cheering along, everybody doing the wave, which Dan likes to call, and I guess some of you Brits like to call the Mexican wave. I have never understood that, but that's another story.
It's a Mexican wave.
It's called a Mexican wave, Carlos.
It's not a Mexican wave. It's just the wave. Here in the States, it's the wave. It's not the Mexican wave.
Come on, just
The wave though, is a restaurant and contemporary.
Come on, guys in the comment. What do you call it? I mean, it's a Mexican wave.
It's the wave. And
that's a place you eat in California in contemporary.
Yeah, Marco just said that, the contemporary. But I think a couple of changes should be made to that attraction. Just a couple. Change up some of the digital screening on the water. I think add some new updated shows and movies to it, and just a better projection. Besides that, I think you leave the score alone. The music's fine. The ship or the boat at the end is probably one of the. I think it's the best part. You get to see all the characters dancing. Sometimes you get to see one of them fall off and land on Goof. Who did he land on already? I can't remember.
Was it Goofy that fell?
I think it was on Donald, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Wasn't it Donald that fell on ship or something?
Oh, so I don't know. It was a character that fell.
It was a character who fell on another one, which was hysterical.
You also get to see Ariel, the Little Mermaid, coming in a fire blanket.
You
watch very closely, when the boat goes out of sight, all the characters leave the boat, apart from Ariel. She's sat at the back with her fins on, so she can't easily get up. So what they do, the cast members just put a fireproof blanket over her and just leave her there. And you can actually just see it. It's so funny.
Now I got to go back and watch the video I have.
Yeah.
But no, I think, to me, again, this is, you got to remember that in the chat. This is our taste. To me, Fantasmic is the best, nighttime entertainment in Disney World. I don't know about you guys, but
I always get a little bit upset when they don't light the fire. Like, for me, that's the best bit, especially the people in front that have no idea it's happening and then just feel like the face is about to get burnt off. And they're like, oh my God, I have no idea what's going on. Just after they've been completely soaked because it's a little bit windy and the spray just completely soaked them and they didn't see it coming.
Yeah.
I've got a picture of Ariel covering in a fire blanket if you want to see it.
Yes.
There she is.
There she is, yeah.
That's awesome.
That's brilliant. But I agree with you, Carlos. What about you? You like it, don't you?
Yeah, I love Fantasmic. Ollie loves Fantasmic as well.
Yeah, we've got some.
Yeah, we love it.
I think we've got a video somewhere of just like the Fantasmic playing and his reaction.
Mm-hmm.
But like you say, it's the score's brilliant. I think you can be at any age and enjoy it. And the pre-show, the actual build-up to it, I don't think there's another place in Walt Disney World that kind of builds up the hype as much as they do that.
Yeah.
I mean, you say it's for all ages, and I guess it is, but it is also, I think, probably one of the scariest shows that Disney put on. If you've got very young kids, when you've got a big snake that comes out and some of this, it can be quite scary, I think, for very little kids, if they're not expecting that. But it's a good show. But like Carlos says with the projections, it can very much depend on the wind because you're projecting against a screen of water. If you've got a still day, the projections can look really good. But if there's a bit of wind in the air, the projections really don't look all that great and fantastic. So it can be hit and miss depending on the weather.
It can be, but I think it's Disney. I think they can come up with a better device to put a better picture up. And like I said, just add updated movies. Add up to it. Add just add the new stuff up to it. And again, not the Star Wars, not the Marvel, the old, just add some good stuff to it.
I mean, it would be good if they did the projection mapping like they do in California on the whole mountain.
Yeah,
that is awesome. And they need to update. I love Phantasmic. It's probably my second favorite show in Florida.
It's a must-do though, isn't it? Like you have to go and do it at least.
You have to do it, but I think it needs an update. It's getting old. It hasn't changed at all since the first time I saw it in 2006.
Yep.
Yeah, definitely needs some changes.
This past December was my first time watching it in, God, 6-7 trips. We literally just stopped going because we've seen it so many times. But Ethan had never seen it, so it was taking him for the first time. And like you just said about it being for all ages, I'm not going to lie to you. It was so touching again, so emotional to watch it at 43. It was great to be back. Something you should do every trip, but it's all right if you don't.
I mean, it'd be interesting to see when it reopens because there was rumors that they've been upgrading some bits whilst it's been closed. They're doing some testing. They were doing some testing last week, and apparently all the lighting looked a lot stronger than it was before. So we'll see what else they've added and changed to it potentially whilst it's been closed.
What do we think about the entrance and the exit to that though?
Well,
because
not great. I mean, especially the exit. Everybody's just filing out through kind of almost like behind the scenes, backstage through, with temporary floodlights. It's just
it's not
great. And the timing of it as well, because the timing corresponds with the Star Wars fireworks as well. So everybody's coming out of Phantasm at the same time as the Star Wars fireworks happening. So there's a big rush of people trying to get there, and it's just it's not great, the entrance and exit.
Yeah, it never used to be the case though, did it? Back in the day, it used to be a case of that's how you finished, and you just kind of got ushered outside.
And that was out of the park.
And out of the park,
Yep.
So I think back then it worked, but now, like say, with the projection show that they've got for the on what was the great movie ride, it's the
Runaway Railway that opened a year ago today.
Yeah, exactly.
That's right.
Yeah.
So Tom, hello. Just say hello to a few people in there, and then also the Mexican Wave. Well, I have no idea why, because it must be related to the World Cup or something. Cheers, that Ian. I have no idea why it was called the Mexican Wave, but yeah, that is just how it's referred here. Andy and Cheryl say that nighttime entertainment for them is sitting in a bar in Disney Springs listening to a band with a cold one, or fireworks. We have the guys from the Great British Mickey Waffle here as well. Alex,
was going to say, I can confirm that is actually the reason it was called the Mexican Wave. I've just Googled it.
Because
from the 1986 World Cup, when it was the first noticed in the televised games from Mexico.
Grumpy Old Git is joining us as well. They mentioned again the Mexican Wave is a big selling point. Have they done it with you guys where they go like slow motion as well? Have you done the slow motion?
They tried to dance it back around the theatre.
Yeah, that's it. Our good friend Sean is here. He mentions that he does need a refresh, but they're doing something with permits, like you mentioned, Nathan, as well. And so that is Phantasmic. Marco, I'm going to come over to you now.
Well, let's kind of tie into that in terms of the Mexican Wave, because there's one other show where the Mexican Wave happens, and that's Rivers of Light at Animal Kingdom. Obviously, that's not happening anymore. But the original version of that, I know in 2019 they changed it, they put loads more IP stuff into it. It kind of lost some of its original feel. But the original show, I thought was a really good show. It had a great soundtrack. It wasn't kind of Disney-fied. It was all about nature rather than Disney programs and animations and stuff. And it was just a nice relaxing show, a nice kind of amphitheater, really relaxing. And it's a shame that it's gone. I'm interested to see what they are going to replace it with. But obviously, they're kind of limited with what they can do at Animal Kingdom. Obviously, we're not going to get fireworks. It was
Yeah.
something water-based, but I thought that was a really good show. But again, over the years, it just kind of got watered down. Originally, they had Shaman, they had actors on the boats, and that got cut. And so it's kind of got toned down. But the original Rivers of Light, one of my favorite nighttime shows.
We saw it, didn't we, when they were
With the
live
shaman.
actors? And
Yeah.
you mentioned that
Yeah.
it's not the same, didn't you?
Yeah, once they cut the live actors, it was just a
Yeah, it's not the same.
not need to see show for us.
It just felt hollow.
Yeah.
You know, it just felt like it was missing something. And then live. I mean, not only when they were on the boats, but like the beginning of the show with the warm up act and to have them run past you, it was a little bit of excitement. Whereas
That's right.
it,
Yeah.
it just
And also, you had the projections. The pre-show also had the silhouettes of the animals kind of walking along on the trees behind the water, and it was just a really, really relaxing show. But actually, if you look at there's some very old footage of kind of the original concept of when they were designing that show, and even before it launched, there was a lot more in it than when it actually. So lots of little like floating lanterns. You've got these great big kind of 9 big floats that all light up and float around. Well, they had lots of little kind of almost like little floating lanterns in the pre-show concept stuff and in the rehearsals, like hundreds of them all over the lake, and it must have looked amazing. But that all got cut before it went public as well. So it's one of these great concepts, and it's just kind of slowly eroded away. So I'm excited to see what it's going to replace.
Yeah. They just took the heart of it, didn't they?
Yeah, I think Alex just had a good point that would be cool if they brought World of Colour to Animal Kingdom.
That would be awesome.
That would be cool.
Didn't they talk about it though? That they were putting some sort of thing in the lake, and that's the reason why it was going to take so long. And then they cut that out before.
Yeah, they never did it in the end. They invented new technology. The Imagineers invented new technology for those barges that GPS controlled, which is why the show was a year delayed than when it should have opened. That's why they put that Jungle Book Alive with Magic in for the year, which was terrible, by the way. That was really, really bad. You could tell they pulled it together in 3 weeks, I think it was. But yeah, no, they should have done watercolor. That would have been awesome. But again, they've been doing work in the amphitheater this week.
Oh, have they?
Yeah.
What did that mean?
I don't know. I mean, like it's there, isn't it? The seating's there.
The seating's there. They've got to use it for some.
It's used now for. It's being used now as a resting area, a relaxation station.
I mean, the both Phantasmic and the Rivers of Light amphitheater at the moment they're perfect to run nighttime shows because you can distance, you can miss out every row, you can. Whereas you're not going to have that crowd saying Magic Kingdom or whatever, but those kind of seated theaters, perfect for nighttime shows at the moment. So it'll be interesting to see what they do. Won't be Rivers of Light because they've completely destroyed the barges. But what else could they do with it?
Yeah. Like you say, it seems like if they're going to start to bring back nighttime entertainment, those seem to be the ones that they would tend to go for first because of the social distance aspect.
Right.
Yeah. If they can. But there's a few more people that have joined. So hello, everybody who has joined so far. Thank you very much for coming and joining us. And unfortunately, this man is now moved from Space Mountain and is now in the chat. So, yeah, anyway.
And Sean said he doesn't dance. I've got about 10 minutes of footage of Sean dancing in Disney Springs. It's very entertaining. And then kicking over his beer.
As you do.
He wasn't very happy.
Is he better than Eddie Maserati? That's all I want to know.
Who's he?
Oh, my God. Marco, you know what I'm talking about, don't you?
I've heard the name, but go on, remind me who it is.
The guy in Disney Springs that's always dancing with all
the dancing guy. Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Him.
Don't say his name. Just say the dancing guy.
The dancing guy, Disney Springs.
But I know who you're on about now.
I'm sorry. I thought we all knew his name because he's known for it. But I'll tell you, man, I'd love to have that energy when I'm at that age.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't know what he's taking, but it's definitely working for him. Nathan, you're up.
I'm going to take the one that I think everyone's probably expecting us all to say. I'm sorry to take this one so early. Happily Ever After. The best nighttime show in Walt Disney World, hands down. In my opinion, anyway. Why? Because it's a lot. Well, Wishes was good. The fireworks were awesome, but the fact that Happily Ever After combines not only fireworks, but projections on the castle, lasers, lighting in the hub area. The fact, it's not just the fireworks behind the castle. There's fireworks that come off of the castle from the buildings around the castle. You do feel very immersed in the show. And just the fact that all those elements are combined, I mean, there's plenty more they could do with Happily Ever After. They projected down Main Street, for example, pop some things on the top of the Main Street buildings like they did at Disneyland, add some, I don't know, snow, and they could do things like that. There's plenty more they could do, but I think, but my favourite fireworks show, my favourite nighttime show anyway.
I'll jump in, and everybody knows because I've said it on a million streams. We're not fireworks people. You've seen it once. Fireworks are fireworks. I've seen it a million. I've seen it.
Do you have a soul? I have a question. Do you have a soul?
I do have a soul. Fireworks are fireworks. Listen, and this is what's great about this show. We can agree to disagree on things.
We can. We can.
I've seen it live once, and it was enough. And I'll be honest with you. Maybe I didn't see it live once because we saw it from behind the castle. That's
you need to,
okay, I'm with you.
Behind the castle,
we didn't, but
Nathan, let him finish, and then we'll destroy him in a second. So carry on.
This is what we think of, and I say we, my wife and I and the kids. This is what we think of fireworks. We're there, if we see them, all right. If not, we're not going to go look for them. So I've seen it a million times on live streams. Is it a fantastic show? Yes. Is it the Halloween fireworks? No. I'm sorry. I read and watched that. Yeah, huh? And this is me saying that. I read and watched the Halloween fireworks.
I mean, the Halloween fireworks they do the 180-degree layout. I actually did a video on my channel about all the different firing sizes. So for Halloween, they use 180 degrees, whereas like on New Year's Eve and July the 4th, they use a whole 360 degrees. So if you're standing in the hub or on Main Street, you've got fireworks going off all around you. So I mean, there's no argument that the Halloween and New Year's Eve fireworks and stuff are better, but Happily Ever After is an amazing show. And actually, it is different every time. If you watch some of the footage and sort of do a side-by-side comparison, different nights they will use different fireworks. And again, that's sometimes dependent on the weather conditions. If it's a really windy night, they will substitute some of the really big shells that have a long hang time for ones that don't hang around as much in the sky. So there's less risk of them falling on the crowd. So it does change. They do substitute product in and out. So you can watch it a few times and see something.
And if anybody doesn't know yet, Marco is a specialist in fireworks. So I want to throw that out there now. If you haven't subscribed to him, he's getting real close to 1,000, a couple hundred away. Go check out Marco. Go see the stuff he's got on. Like he just said, he's got shorts. He's got full videos of everything Disney fireworks, his own fireworks show from his back garden. So definitely go check that out. The man knows his firecks.
If we have any moderators in the chat, please can you put Marco's link in so people can click on it. So anyone who's watching from Saturday night discussions,
my only moderator right there.
Yeah, that might not work on yours. But the fireworks that we did at New Year's, that was Marco who did that. So,
that's right.
That's right.
I was just going to say, Carlos's point about watching Happily Ever After from behind the castle. I've seen it from behind the castle. It's pretty cool. It's a very different experience. Yes. I think if you've seen it a few times and you've seen it from the front, from Main Street, you've seen the projections and you're not maybe so fussed about that, maybe it's the second time on a trip, see it from behind the castle kind of Fantasyland area.
You feel the fireworks.
You feel it because you're in between.
You feel the fireworks.
You're in between the fireworks that come off the castle and the buildings around the castle, and the fireworks that are launched off-site further back. You're completely behind the two. You'll find that half of Fantasyland is actually blocked off during the fireworks.
Yep.
Because of the fallout zone. So they literally flood the place, effectively. So Fantasyland gets really quiet because there's nothing really to do. Because everything's kind of barriered off. But I stood kind of back towards the Enchanted Tales, Enchanted Tales with Belle, kind of back that kind of area in between by Mine Train there. I loved seeing it from there. It was really good. I mean, if I was just seeing it once and that was all I could see on a trip, it would be from in front of the castle, hands down. But still pretty cool experience to see it from behind.
Another
you
good
want
place
a
to
hell
see
of
it from. Another good place to see it from is a Polynesian beach, and it's again a completely different experience. Again, I've seen it a few times from obviously in the parks, and obviously it can be really crowded, and really noisy and stuff. So watching from the Polynesian beach is just so relaxed and chilled, and of course you get the reflection of the fireworks over the water of the Seven Seas Lagoon. So again, it's just a different experience. The same show, but viewing it from a different vantage point. The top contemporary as well is another good one to watch it from.
Some would say that the Polynesian, seeing the reflections on the water, would be very, very romantic. Maybe
it is. Well, me and my wife actually on our wedding anniversary while we were over there. That's what we did that night.
The other place
watched it from the Polynesian.
The other place you can watch from. I haven't done it with Happily Ever After. I did it with Wishes, but the bridge in Frontierland.
Yes.
I am kind of looking over towards the back side of the castle. I don't know what that's like with Happily Ever After because I haven't done it. But for Wishes, that was brilliant. You again got the reflections of the water. You could see a lot of the fireworks. There was a few mislined trees, but a lot of it you could see. But yeah, whether that's the same with Happily Ever After with their launch sites, I'm not sure.
We have. Well, I was to say, Mark and I have a mutual friend who streamed from the bridge, and it was a hell of a show. But if you do want experience, again, and I agree with Nathan, if you've seen it, it's your second time on a trip, third time, go watch it from the back. Ride Dumbo while these fireworks are going off. You get yourself a little bit higher, I mean, I get it's 20, 30 feet, whatever it is, but when you're going around with Dumbo, those fireworks are shooting around you, it is a great experience. And this is coming from a guy who says they're fireworks. Fireworks are fireworks.
We watched it one year from Swift's Family Robinson.
The treehouse, yes. Yeah, that's a good idea.
I've seen any times had to work going up there.
Yeah, it's partially blocked for most of the treehouse, but there is
there
places
is
on
places
there
you can go
that you can see it.
You can see it. That's definitely a different perspective.
Yeah.
It wasn't during Happily Ever After, but we did this during Wishes. But I suppose you could do it during Happily Ever After. If you have watched it a million times and you want epic pictures, just go to the PhotoPass photographers and face the other way for the entire show. So we literally have about 100 pictures from Wishes of the fireworks going off in the background and us just smiling and just straight at the camera.
Nice.
So if you want epic pictures, that's what you can do.
And the PhotoPass photographers love it.
Yeah, they're like, oh my God, this is amazing. So not many people have done that because they just got so giddy when we did it, but it's definitely worth doing.
I like that.
But for me, there is no better place to watch that show from pretty much around Casey's corner.
Mm-hmm.
So just a little bit further back, so you still get the atmosphere from Main Street, and you can still see the castle projections.
My go-to place, like near enough at Casey's, but slightly in front, so kind of where the road is, kind of just off the curb on that left-hand side as you're walking down Main Street. As close to that front curb as you can get, as close to the centre as you can get. But yeah, then you're not too far forward. You're not blocked. Your view's not blocked. But then you're not too far back that you can't see everything. Just don't watch it from the other side towards, what's it called? What's the restaurant called that's over there? Near the plaza.
The plaza.
That's it. Don't watch it from kind of towards that Main Street bypass. Bad idea. You can't see anything.
Yeah, I've seen the vlogs, and that is a terrible, terrible place.
Bad.
Cool.
You get a tree straight in front of you, and it's too far back. You can't see anything.
Anyone remember the Rose Garden that used to be there?
Sorry?
Anyone remember the Rose Garden that used to be there? Back in the day.
Yeah.
A little bit. That used to be another place you could watch it.
That was a good place to watch
It was. Jack, just to let you know that my hair is definitely more offensive than the hat, and that is the reason why the hat is on. So apologies for that. Go Pats. So
right. Jack doesn't realize where I'm from, so
yeah. Yeah.
Let me go get all my Patriot gear.
Sean says Happily Ever After on Mine Train is great. Nick agrees with Carlos in terms of fireworks are fireworks, and Andy and Cheryl said no, fireworks are not fireworks. Happily Ever After or Illuminations in DLP, hands down, not even a contest.
I mean, I haven't even seen the Illuminations at DLP.
We have.
It is very good.
I've seen a stream of it. It just Disney Plus has now a stream of that.
Yeah.
Illuminations at Disneyland Paris. Oh my God, that needs to come here.
Yeah. So
Very
the only thing that is better is it's got water.
It's got the fountains.
Yes.
It's got fountains.
Yes.
So and it is an amazing show, but it doesn't get you in the feels like Happily Ever After does.
Oh, I don't know.
It's an emotional show.
Oh,
It got me.
Not as much. Though.
Not as much as Happily Ever
Not as
After. No.
much.
Do you think they could do the fountains in Florida?
Yeah.
I reckon they could pull it off.
Yeah, I reckon they could.
50th anniversary, maybe. They've just drained the moat at the moment to put the stuff on the castle. You never know. Might be wishful thinking, but
this is why we've been married so long and get along so well. Yeah, I can take a leave.
Please don't try and get these spots if you're turning up a minute after they've started.
Yes.
Very true.
Oh,
Out of curiosity, how long would you wait for fireworks?
ooh,
Carlos, that's the reason, Carlos, why you're at the back. Just saying.
0.
What's the longest we waited? It was for the Halloween fireworks, right?
What was that, about 50 minutes?
I think it was about an hour and a half that we waited. Because we waited for an hour before the parade and then waited till the fireworks.
Yeah. I'll tell you where's a good place to watch them. In the hub in the grass areas at the side.
but they're now dessert pie viewing areas. One's a disabled viewing area and one's dessert pie.
So unless you categorise in them areas, you can't watch it then. So that was
Yeah,
pointless.
I mean, this might be controversial. Dessert pie is not worth the money.
No, it's not controversial, it's just fact.
Okay, cool, good.
And
Yeah.
we'll make that for a whole different show because we can choose that.
Yeah. It's a good point. It's a good point. Oh,
Kershaw,
Thursday.
do you
Yes.
have a pick? Because we're 31 minutes in. This is a great show we're going in right now. But what do
I'm
you?
happy with that.
What's your? What are the Kershaw's picks? She's pointing at one. He's pointing at another. Welcome in, Donna.
It depends on what you want to
Yeah.
do, because you can go with something that's a little bit peculiar, or you can go with something that's well known. What we're going
Go
with?
peculiar.
Should we go with the retired one that needs to come back?
Yes. Main Street Electrical Parade.
Yes.
Spectral Magic.
Spectral
just,
Magic.
just to tie you up.
Either of them.
Either will do. Just we need a parade at night that uses 1/5 of the entire electricity of Magic.
Yes.
Couldn't agree with you more. Could not agree with you more.
It just feels like it's missing something right now, doesn't it? That if that was there, it just feels like the package would be complete.
It's
Yeah.
kind of missing quite a lot right now, guys.
Oh, yeah, right now it's missing more than that.
Well, yeah. I mean, my thoughts are going back to when I was there, so
Yeah.
not
No
right.
way.
But yeah, just the feel of the music for one, I think is awesome. And as soon as you start it, and I can guarantee there's 57 people watching now, and at least 30 of them are sat there going, it gets stuck in your head, and it's just amazing from a photography point of view. Something personal to me, it's just amazing to be able to take pictures of it as well. It looks fantastic.
I've always said it. That's why I brought up Spectral Magic. I mean, either parade, both great nighttime parades. But I still say to this day, Spectral Magic, for any parade, daytime or night, had the best score, the best music to any parade Disney's ever done was Spectral Magic. Except for that one part where the Little Mermaid shows up and all of a sudden everything gets quiet and all you hear is Sebastian talking. Makes no sense in that parade. None whatsoever. But the rest of it is great. There's just something about that music. Even the electrical one had a really good one.
Mm-hmm.
But Spectral Magic, that music, just it brings a tear to your eye every time.
The thing I found with Spectral Magic is there's creepy clown things at the beginning. Didn't like those. That was about the only thing I didn't like about the parade. They were very creepy when you're a little child. Terrifying.
I mean, you must have been extremely young. Nathan, how old was you when you saw Spectral Magic?
9?
2.
Wow.
Wow.
I mean, I wish I was at Disney when I was 2.
It was only last year. What about you?
I said Main Street Electrical Parade.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's catchy tune, awesome show. I wish Ollie had got to see it
Yeah.
before they retired it.
Whilst we're on this subject, so we're talking about something that's kind of gone. We are going to kind of twist it a little bit. Paint the Night.
Yes.
I'd love for that to come to Walt Disney World.
Have you seen it, Carlos?
No, I might have on stream. It's not coming to my mind right now. I might have.
And the one thing that sticks out for me is Mac. And I know that's the reason why it can't come, because it can't get around the corner. But it's an updated nighttime parade. Just nighttime parades, just in general. I just think they're awesome, and it's something that is sorely missed in the parks.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing when they, sorry, Ange. The thing that when they brought Main Street Electric Parade back in, what was it, 2012? I want to say off the top of my head. The only thing that kind
Thanks,
of,
Lewis. Sorry.
bye, Lewis. Yeah, the thing with that is we're so used to everything being so bright and everything being LED and it all being modern, and you got the Main Street Electric Parade in there, and it was just like, are we back in the 80s and 90s? Because this is, as much as it's all these nice bright lights, it's not modern. It was felt quite old.
Yeah.
And the fact they kept bringing it, it was there. Then they'd take it away for a while, and then they bring it back, and it's just like they kept saying it was glowing away, and it never did.
Do you think? I agree with you. I mean, those lights, they were so 80s and 90s. But I think, I know I can say this. I think if you brought that parade back right now, it would still bring every child, every parent to watch it in awe.
Yeah.
Every 5-year-old, like Suzanne said, we had a 2-year-old, a 2.5-year-old at the time at awe with those lights.
Yeah.
With the Cinderella dress all lit up, with Snow White all lit up, with the floats all, of course it's all lit up. You know what I'm saying? With those lights, it would still bring those children now at awe with that parade.
Yeah.
The thing that bothered me, like a few years ago when Main Street Electric Parade was at Disneyland, the fact they had Paint the Night sitting there, not being used. They had 2 parades that they're not using. They're both still at Disneyland. They're both not being used. Why isn't one of them being shipped across the country?
They've done it before.
They've done it before a few times now.
Yeah.
Yeah, even if they took Paint the Night over and left Mac in California.
Yeah. Like you say, there's no.
Do we think nighttime parades are gone for good? Because of the, let me finish, because of the projections that they're doing. Do you think Disney will do more of a projection idea, even like Disneyland, using the Main Street buildings and doing that as a nighttime show instead of a parade?
Can you imagine if they did the parade with projections?
Wow. I mean, I want the
That
parade.
would be awesome.
Yeah.
That would be brilliant.
You should have just walked out, Nathan, then you'd be like, boom, there you go, mic drop, see you later. Oh, that would be awesome though, wouldn't it?
I feel like they might have announced one for the 50th if COVID wouldn't have happened.
I still think at some point in that 50th celebration, Paint the Night might happen.
Get the mic out of your mouth.
Paint the Night might happen. Yeah, I reckon we're not looking till 2022. Potentially summer towards the end of the year, maybe. This is the end of our anniversary celebrations, but here's Paint the Night.
Well, could it be for the 100?
Oh, for the 100, yes. There was rumours of it, so I haven't looked recently if the rumour is still a thing, so let me have a look now.
That typing you can hear is Nathan talking to his friend Google to get the answers that he's looking for.
I was talking to my friend Disboards because that's where I found it before.
Oh, okay.
Other forums are available.
So Mike says it hasn't already been mentioned, so thanks for mentioning it. So something like World of Colour would be incredible. They could do that at Epcot. It's the best Disney evening show. So we've never seen it, but we've seen it on videos and stuff, and it is something that would be awesome. Maybe, as we mentioned before, actually briefly, potentially in Rivers.
Animal Kingdom.
Yeah, Animal Kingdom.
Yeah, that would be the
Definitely
logical
not
choice.
in Epcot
Yeah.
because of Harmonious.
No.
With the off-center central badge.
That's for another day.
Don't get me started on that.
I got my own show on that too. That's for a discussion show. That is for a
There's someone sat
debris show. That's going to be coming up a lot with that.
You can just say someone's like at home and they just turn into the pan and go, "You're not going to believe it," but they said, "Yeah, we can do it." Like, it's just a big joke, isn't it?
I'm going to say someone set the anchor points wrong in the first place.
And then they look back and gone,
oh.
We've had our scuba divers in now. We can't change it.
Yeah, terrible. Right, okay, so there are 55 people currently watching at the moment. On Saturday discussions, we have 25 likes. I think we can get a little bit more than that. Carlos, what have we got on yours? How many likes we got on yours?
You know what? I don't know.
That's it. I caught him off guard. Remember, guys, we do the double thumbs up on a Thursday. So you head over to Carlos's stream, you give it a quick boop, and then you head back over to ours. Or likewise, if you're on Carlos's,
21 on mine. 21 thumbs up. We can get higher than that. I already got 12 people watching, but 21.
People know about the double thumbs up. The funds.
Yes, I've said it every show. I didn't say it on this one. Jump over to the other channel. Go hit the thumbs up. Come right back. Same thing with ones watching our discussions. Come over to my channel. Hit the thumbs up. Go on back. It's no offense taken by either one of us on where you're watching. You're here watching with us. That's all that matters.
Exactly.
We've been going 41 minutes. We've gone around once. We're going to try to go around one more time with some picks, and hopefully we can get through them. Maybe a little less discussion on each one, so we can each have another turn. We'll see how that goes.
Carlos, it's up to you.
Oh, it is up to me. All right. Well, I had two shockers, but I'm going to throw only one, and if I can at the end of the show, I'll throw out the other one. But it is a nighttime because it is night outside, but this is indoors. So you're not really looking up at the sky, but it is a nighttime entertainment.
So
a night hour entertainment. He's not there anymore, but he can't come back. Fingers crossed. Marco knows where I'm going.
Yeah.
I think the greatest time I ever had at night in Disney World was my wife and I watching Hee Haw Bob at Port Orleans Riverside.
Okay.
The man, and he's got a Facebook page that he does his show still live on Facebook. Go watch it. The man can put on a show. You sit at that bar at Port Orleans, so that restaurant, it packs up real quick. You asked about how long would I wait for fireworks? I've waited close to 2 hours for Hee Haw Bob show just to get a good seat. And I would do it again now. The man can put on a show. It is an entertainment. It is late, so it is at night. So it is a nighttime show.
We've never seen it, but we've heard good things about it. So,
God.
Really?
The only man I know that can get my wife.
How old is he? How old is he?
He's close to. He's 70.
He's getting on a bit, but he's got
there.
so much energy, hasn't he? He really has.
The only man I know, besides maybe my wife's father, that can get her off his seat to go dance, to go do the Rockettes. The only man I know that got my wife to go do the Rockettes. And I mean, he just puts on a show with the kids, not even just the kids, the adults. Go watch it. I mean, you can find it on YouTube, but like I said, go to his Facebook page and just watch him play from home. He plays the same songs, puts on the same show by himself. Poor thing. God, I hope they bring him back. So, he's such a big part of Disney World.
Yeah, surely they will.
I hope so. He says no, but
really,
yeah,
we shall see. Fingers crossed when it all starts to get a little bit better. The likes of these people that were the heart and soul of the company can make their way back. Fingers crossed.
Yep.
Marco, I'm going to come to you now.
Yeah, so my next one. Who remembers Sorcery in the Sky at MGM? Well, it's obviously now Studios, but when it was MGM? Does anybody remember that?
No, I don't remember it. I know which show you're on about. I don't remember it.
Yeah, it was a great. It was a fireworks show over the Chinese theatre. But it had a great giant inflatable Mickey Mouse as well, like on Fantasmic, and he shot fireworks out of his finger. It was similar to kind of what they have now with the movies thing, like different clips of movies projected onto the theatre. But it was a good fireworks show, and I think Studios now, they've got the Star Wars one. It's okay, but fireworks wise, it's nowhere near as good as Sorcery in the Sky. But again, we are going back a number of years now. This is when I was a teenager going to Disney. It was a really good nighttime show. But obviously, you guys don't remember that. So.
No, and that's it. I wish
Never
we could
even heard of it.
about it. But like
I'm not sure what years it. Let me see if I can find out what years it was running.
There you go.
Because
Somebody
it was a while. It opened May 1990 till 1998, so it only ran for 8 years.
Oh, okay.
Well, I must
And this
have
was
seen-
before Fantasmic, so this was the nighttime show. At,
Like,
what was
Nathan
then
wasn't even
FGM
born yet.
Studios.
It ended when I was probably 1 or 2.
I was going to say, Nathan, wow.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that show existed. And put that picture back up, because that Mickey was like one of those freaky Mickeys that you see
There he is,
from back in the day.
I feel like I remember him shooting the fireworks out of his finger.
So it's before my time, but you've been.
I was going through those years, so.
Yeah.
This is it, but again, this was before Fantasmic was there, so this was the only thing, the only nighttime show that was at studios, and it was pretty good. It wasn't bad.
Wow. I mean, I have to admit that freaky Mickey's a little bit scary. But Nathan, we're coming back to you.
I'm going to go a bit out there with something that probably a lot of you might not have seen, apart from maybe on live streams, and that is the Epcot New Year's Eve celebration tag fireworks thingy.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't know what you want to call it, because it's just tagged. It was tagged onto the end of Illuminations. But those fireworks, that ending, the amount of fireworks they launch, that you literally feel it in your chest, and it's just like one massive blur of fireworks across the whole sky. That for me was something I will never forget. Seeing those fireworks, seeing it from a fireworks cruise was also very good. Would highly recommend. But yeah, those fireworks, that ending, just celebrating New Year with every country, and then ending as a big celebration and all the fireworks to celebrate the New Year. That was brilliant for me. I loved it.
What you don't realise, Nathan, is it's all the fireworks that got the expiry date of the end of the year.
Yeah.
Get rid of them. So they just let them all off at once, and you just think it's a big spectacular. Really, they're just making sure they get rid of them.
Yeah.
I've never seen it in person, because I've never been like on a holiday there at Disney, but I have seen it streamed live a couple of times, and it is it's a really great show. Again, coming from a guy who says fireworks are just fireworks. The one, Illuminations on New Year's Eve is a different type of show. Definitely is.
Illuminations
I
on
think
its own.
Certainly in terms of staging, the Epcot World Showcase, that is the best setting, I think, for fireworks out of any Disney parks, because again, you're over water, which we know looks great for fireworks. You can view it in the round, so it is a 360-degree show. So it's a great setting. Illuminations, Reflections of Earth, not a bad show. I do feel though there was kind of a bit of a lull in that show where the globe comes out.
That middle bit.
You've got nothing else is happening. You've got a bit of music, but it just needed to fill that with something, didn't they? But other than that, it was a great show. And yeah, the New Year's Eve tag, amazing.
The thing that always happened when I saw Illuminations, got past that first segment, the Earth barge started coming out. Everyone started clapping because they thought it was the end of the show, and started like walking off. And it's just like, hold up. And we've got about a 6 or 7 minute pause here when there's nothing really happening. And then you see all the people that are starting to walk towards the exit, and the next load of fireworks goes off in the second part, and they're like, "Oh, it's still going."
Look at them.
Barge back in to try to see the fireworks again. And it's
You can
not sure about it. And I mean, the last ever Illuminations, that was disappointing as well.
Yeah, it was.
They didn't do anything special. There was one extra firework at the end of the show. That was it. No mention even of the last show. It was just that show happened. It was pouring down with rain, which didn't help.
Right.
And it's just like, you'd have thought they'd at least mentioned this is the last time after, was it 19 years that the show was being performed.
What they did do on that night, though, because the big flame barge, they do a big blowout of the flame barge.
That was good.
That night was incredible.
If
you've not seen it, there is video of it on YouTube.
There is, yeah. I was
and it's just incredible. It's amazing.
Well, I think one of the best videos of that, and not to jump off subject, is somebody who had it, and you see Nate. We all know Nate running, like we all know Nate. So watching him run to the rail to get the catch of it blowing up was that's a fun video in itself to watch.
Brilliant. Yeah, I mean, it's funny because back at like Disney HQ, they were like, right, we need to make sure that the next one doesn't have a lull like Illuminations have. What can we fill it with? Jet skis.
Jet skis and kites.
Yeah, we've got it. We've got it covered. Jet skis, kites. And then we'll replace it with an off-center circle, and people will just lose their minds. Anyway. Oh, brilliant. I've lost track now. Whose was that? Was that yours, Nathan?
That was mine.
That was it. Your left. Yeah.
Okay, so I mean, this is a tough one. We have a few left on the list.
A few left on the list.
Okay, we'll tell you the three we have, and you guys can pick which one you want us to talk about. Okay, so the ones that we have are the Spirit of Aloha show.
Right.
We have Pandora, just Pandora at night, and we also have the Star Wars weekend fireworks.
When it was Star Wars weekends, because they were different to the Star Wars fireworks that go off every night.
I'd like to know why you think Pandora at night is entertainment. Because to me that doesn't even fit. But go ahead.
So you're telling me that you don't walk through this Pandora generally at night?
I don't purposely go walk through Pandora at night because Pandora's lit up. No, I don't.
Really?
Tell me why I should. I've done it. I'm just saying I don't purposely do it.
I mean, the floor?
The sounds
it's so immersive. The lighting is just, it's amazing.
It's just the whole place at night. The fact that like the trees and the plants glow, and so does the floor, and like you say, the sounds, and you're going across the bridge from Africa, and you're going to get the feelings before you get there. It's just amazing to be there. And again, from a photography point of view, I could spend hours in there at night.
Yeah.
Absolute hours. The place is just majestic.
Pandora Night's another thing that when they were planning it should have been better, because they actually projection mapped all the rock work above Pandora, and it didn't actually work, so they scrapped the idea.
Really?
They actually installed the projectors for it.
Huh.
And were testing it and things. And apparently it doesn't actually happen now.
Sean, that's where I was going with it, but
but if you remember,
it's not a show, but it's entertainment.
We all have those type of weeks. I still say Space Mountain at night. This guy is telling me Pandora is a show of entertainment at night.
See, right, you say that, Carlos, but have you seen me in Pandora at night on them drums? That's a show.
So nobody wants to see.
That's a show. There's people clapping, cheering, security telling me to get out of there because I'm standing on them.
Tom, this might be a whole other show for next week. Pandora at night versus Space Mountain at night. Who sounded dumber?
No, I mean, one at least you can see everything, and the other thing is just like it is during the day. But you can do yours during the day and at night, and it's exactly the same experience. You go to Pandora during the day, you go to Pandora at night, completely different experiences.
Angela, tell me this. Is he the one that at least picked it and not you? Please tell me it was him. Because I hate picking
I agreed with him because...
Yeah, but you're married to him. We do that. But that's not my point. It was his idea. Just say it. It was his idea. Just move the chair over closer.
You know what, okay. Can we also talk about this little bromance that seems to be appearing right now? Because all Nick does is agree that everything that Carlos says. Nick,
thanks, Nick.
At least someone. Don't tell me, Nick. You're also going to tell me that at night time, Space Mountain is completely different than what it is during the day.
Nick, you can at least agree with me, but watch it on my stream. Why you? No.
Yeah, it's a bromance, but not that much of a bromance,
right?
I mean, there is one thing two comments I want to bring up. First one is Nick's again. They should do drone displays like they did at Disney Springs a few years ago for Christmas. That was awesome.
Yeah.
I don't know why they can't do that a bit more special. Well, they can. They could do it at Epcot.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's going to be involved in Harmonious, but it'd be cool if it was. But the rest, I'm not sure if they could do too much Magic Kingdom wise because of the crowds. I don't think they could.
I don't know.
Animal Kingdom, though, was a possibility, isn't it? For a
Animal Kingdom would work.
Why they would never do it at Epcot? Because it would take the attention away from the big pizza dough in the middle. the big pizza, okay? And the tacos. So you want the attention on the tacos and the pizza.
And the other one I want to bring up is actually 2 comments now because I've just seen he's put another one. Sean's Jingle Bell, Jingle Bam.
Yeah.
And you have to shout the bam. You can't just say it. You have to shout it. Yeah, that Christmas show, brilliant. Probably my favorite Christmas fireworks. Just the projections. It snows in Hollywood, and
more than this one.
Terror projections.
Yeah, not this year's.
They're
last
really
year,
good.
2019's and 18's. The one this year they cut back a little bit, but yes, I think Hollywood Studios is so much better now than Magic Kingdom for Christmas, decoration wise.
I think I'd have to agree.
There is so many we didn't get into that I wanted to throw out too. But Nathan, you kind of touched on it. Just renting a boat and just doing a night cruise, even if it is for fireworks or not, a night cruise with your friends is entertainment. You're just out there with your friends and just listening.
It's not a show.
You can go watch the fireworks either at Epcot or at Magic Kingdom.
Or give guys a drum and then it's a show.
Yeah, I mean, you can make it a show if you wanted to.
Oh, there is so many. This show was perfect. I wish we had more time. We could go over the hour, but we're not. But there is definitely a lot more shows that we can talk of. Yes, Tree of Life projections. What they could do with Spaceship Earth projections on there. I was
gonna say, I mean, with the 50th anniversary announcements, there's not going to be projections, but I have a sneaky suspicion there's going to be a show on Spaceship Earth. I don't know if you saw I don't know if any of you saw the video that was released this morning from. Can't remember who posted it. It was one of the Disney accounts posted it this morning. They put new lighting around the main entranceway to Epcot, and that can all be programmed. All the lights in the new hub area, the entranceway, again, all can be programmed. They've also installed show speakers in amongst the bushes and bits that have been noticed that aren't usually there for just normal background music. So would suggest that potentially they're going to do something show-wise with Spaceship Earth, but we'll have to wait and see, I guess.
Either that or they're just hooking it up to Alexa. One of the two. Just before you go on, Carlos, one of the best nighttime shows that I'm aware of is Shooting the Breeze on a Tuesday evening with Carlos. Look at that for a segue. You like that? Smooth as you like.
Bam! I was going to Tom Baker. Yes, the Candlelight Processional is wonderful at night. Tuesday, Shooting the Breeze. Nighttime where you guys are, which is a lot of my viewers over there in the UK. Shooting the Breeze, and you know us, we're here on Thursdays, and then Saturdays is what am I doing? Interviews on Saturdays. Marco, after the baby is born, will come in and do an interview. We're giving him some time to worry about that instead. But yeah, this was a great show. Love it.
And going back to our show as well on Saturdays, if you're not already aware, Saturday Night Discussions is just a load of Disney crazy people talking about all different things Disney. You can find us at 8 p.m. UK time or 3 p.m. in the US, which is Eastern. Head over, check us out. And this week, we haven't got a clue what we're doing. We'll figure it out on Saturday.
We've still got 48 hours to work it out. Just shy of.
Yeah.
Fine.
Yep.
Fine.
Smooth as you like. We want to take a second to say thanks, Dean. Dean from the Live Place. He has a catalogue of all different. It is just Disney, isn't it, Carlos? Just make sure I'm right.
No,
on that
it's
one.
not. It's
all sorts of
it's
stuff.
not.
He's got cruising and all sorts of different categories now. It's really, really blowing up.
Basically, it's like the TV Times, guys. Over here, you can go check it out. You can see what's being currently streamed on YouTube. Definitely go and give that a quick check out if you're struggling for ideas and want to see other streamers that are on YouTube.
Yes, sir.
One more thing before we go, and that's to head back to our special guest. Again, we talked about it earlier on. This man knows too much about fireworks. But definitely go and check out his channel. Some of the things. Have you got any plans soon? By any chance, Mark?
So, as I said, a couple of weeks ago, I did quite a detailed video all about the Magic Kingdom fireworks and all the launch sites. There's 14 different launch sites all about the Magic Kingdom. So I did an investigation to that. I'm currently working on a vlog, doing a lot of research on Mickey Mouse-shaped fireworks and why they've never appeared at Disney, or have they? So, yeah, stay tuned.
Have you got any fireworks shows coming, Marco?
So yeah,
Stop
I am
it.
actually planning. I was planning this last year. It didn't ever happen. But I'm planning on doing some fireworks in my back garden that are going to be synchronized to a piece of Disney music that I don't think has ever had fireworks choreographed to it before. I was hoping to do this last year, but then with Brexit, having to order fireworks from Italy, and they got delayed. They're now in the country, but I've still not got them. But hopefully, in the next few months, in my back garden, there's going to be a Disney pyro musical.
Are they going to be reusable fireworks?
Sure. Right, okay, guys, that is the hour over. I've managed to go 25 seconds over, which is a shame. But anyway, thank you so much. If you're here from Saturday Night Discussions, we'll see you on Saturday. Or even if you're from Carlos's, we'll probably see you Saturday anyway because he's got a show.
Yes, sir.
Great Mickey Waffle this week, is it?
That's next week. No, Lindsay Lance. If you guys remember her from my live streaming from Hollywood Studios, we sat there 53 minutes inside Rise of Resistance, staring at each other. So now we're actually going to get to talk to each other. So,
Magic. And you know what? Considering I'm hosting, I'll also say if you want to keep track on our channel, which is the Kershaw's Adventures, Nathan down there, Nathan Staker, if you don't already know. But tomorrow we are going to go in live. We are doing another snack surprise. So check us out. It is 8 p.m. UK time. We shall see you.
My Americans, go watch that. Seriously, because the faces this man makes when he tries certain things. His son puts on a better show. Let the kid try him.
He'll be on Sunday, so you'll see his reaction on Sunday. All right, until then, guys.
See you later.
Later.
Bye.